Hey, everybody, welcome back to Football Talks. As always, we thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're new here, please subscribe as we do weekly videos on every Premier League weekend. We try to do analysis and predictions of every weekend. So let's go ahead and get started with our first game of Gameweek 12. Here we go. Burnley versus Chelsea. Oh, come on. This is going to be an easy game, right?
So wait, tell them what you told me. You hate when Chelsea opens.
Okay, on camera, I'm confident right now. But yeah, I was telling Ari, I was like, the first game after international break, no matter what team you play, is always the hardest because there's like a kind of some pressure on that first game to be entertaining, right?
Yeah.
And Burnley, they just got off of a loss, so they're at home, they're gonna want to hunker down and play probably five the back. But I mean, I think this result can only go one way, right?
I mean, yeah. I just given the fact that, like you said, we've talked about it before. Burnley are so defensive, and you guys had a point where that can only go for so long, and now we've seen that recently where it's kind of fell off. They fell off doing that. So without a doubt, even if Chelsea's coming back from an international break, I feel like the players can pull through, and it should be a win for you guys, especially now that Pedro's playing the role that he's comfortable in and Delap's back. So that helps with the Palmer miss. So yeah, Chelsea win here. Clean sheet as well.
I don't know. Burnley's fighting to come off the bottom, especially now with Nottingham Forest starting to win. I think if I'm not mistaken, they tie in points with Burnley. So
they're tied with West Ham.
Is it West Ham?
Yeah.
Okay. My bad. Yeah, West Ham. Yeah, it is West Ham. They tie it with 10 points, if I'm not mistaken. And they're playing at Burnley. I'm not saying Burnley's going to win. I just think Burnley's going to try to go for a tie.
I could see something. I could see them just being very defensive.
Yes.
Like the Liverpool game. I think it may be very similar where if we win, it'll be one goal.
Yeah, I think they're going to be playing defense and you guys going to have to break the defense apart, which is doable with the type of players you guys have, the left back, and then you still got, all the other players with Neto and
Garnacho,
they
definitely
and Pedro and everything else. So, yeah, Chelsea win. Definitely Burnley's not going to score. I think they're going to try. I'm between a win and a tie. So, I'm going to be the different one. I said tie.
Your heart wants a tie.
Actually, my heart wants to win. But I'm playing realistically. I think Burnley's going to hunker down for the point, especially at home. What do they have? What it takes? All right. Okay, fine. Win.
1-0. Yeah, without a doubt, a win. I was looking like, what the heck?
I don't know. Something tells me.
Yeah, like, I see where you're coming from, but I also think that Chelsea know that how Burnley is going to come out, and I think we're going to prepare for that. I don't think it's going to be easy, and I don't see us scoring more than 2 goals.
Right.
Also, Palmer could potentially be on the bench for this game, which is a really big boost because we have some big games after this game.
As long as you don't stop out Pedro, I'm good because I'm having a hell of a week already in fantasy. So, all right. So we'll Chelsea win, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Clean sheet.
Yep.
All right. On to the game of the week. Liverpool versus Nottingham Forest. I'm kind of scared to call this one. Shoot. No, I think Liverpool's going to win it. Nottingham Forest. Clean sheet.
Okay, so a part of me is like, I could definitely see that happening, but Forest are now kind of waking up from their slump, and they're stepping it up a little bit, and so I feel like they're going to want that momentum to continue. The only thing is to beat Liverpool's defense. Like, Liverpool's defense is struggling, but they're not so bad to where it's like anyone can score against them. So in order to score against them, you have to be very counterattacking. Nottingham Forest are not that. Their build-up is very slow. They're struggling. Some of their goals are just kind of like, it's not that great, but it's a goal.
And they're not coming from their forward.
Right, that's what I mean. So it's not
they're coming from like the midfield. So if we are able to contain the middle, the forwards won't be able to do much. To your point, they're not very strong on top.
I think if this was another team, I would say Forest are now maybe contending a little bit. But it's Liverpool. Yes, they're struggling, but this should be a win. I think you guys are going to
Yeah.
want to win this, especially after the loss. We coach all.
Whatever. Go.
So yes, I agree with you, Junior. All that to say, Liverpool win. And I don't know. I'll come back to me on if I think Forest will score because I kind of want to just be different and say at least one goal for Forest, even though they're not counterattacking, just for the fun.
No, I think Forest can score. I think they will set up to counterattack Liverpool, in my opinion. I think, remember, Dyche is the coach, and he's had some time with them. He's an experienced enough manager to not be naive and try to build up. I think they're going to try to hit Liverpool on the counter.
Yeah, but do they have the players to do that?
Wood, I think, will be back.
He's slow, though. Like, it's not a Semenyo.
What I mean is they'll have Wood, and then they'll have Hudson-Odoi. Well, remember, this was the game, this exact picture, Liverpool, Anfield at home. Forest beat them last season.
We lost to them, but that was a different Forest.
No, I agree. I'm just saying I'm not saying they're going to win. I'm just saying they have potential to score. They still have some of those players. So I'm just going to say they'll score, but Liverpool is going to win.
I don't know why I'm even defending Liverpool.
You should. You should.
I just realized. I'm sorry because I defended and then he was like, yeah, what? Let me go against that.
I think if any goals come from not Forest able to score would be from a set piece. A throw-in or a corner kick or something like that because we struggle on that. A lot of the teams struggle on set pieces and we are one of them. So yeah, I can see a goal coming, but I'm a fan. So Liverpool win, clean sheet. Konate better step it up.
Or not.
Yeah, he needs to because he's had a rough few.
Yeah. There's a lot of rumors going around about Van Dijk and Konate probably, refreshing that back. There's talks about Guehi. There's talks about Van de Ven. There's talks about defender from Bayern. Dortmund. The Bayern, I think, is also looking into. So there's many talks for the January window. We definitely need support in the back.
I mean, I do think you need to freshen it up. It's been the same back line for a little bit now. Well, not the entire back line, but the two center backs.
Yeah.
I don't see them getting rid of Van Dijk right now. I think they'll keep him for experience, especially because he's like a leader. Is he their captain? Is he one of their captains?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that plays a huge role and he's going to teach the people coming in. But definitely Konate, I think they're trying to replace for sure. So I could see that.
Well, it all depends financially. So if there's some offers for Van Dijk, that is a good offer. I don't know. We might go for it. Depending.
Van Dijk he's on really big wages.
Right.
I think he's one of the top earners in the
We can get
league.
2 for his price.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you did
young
get rid of him,
center backs. So I don't know. And it may be a risk that we might be willing to take. I mean, what we have is not working.
Yeah, and it's not like you guys are going to win the Prem this year, right?
Yeah,
I don't think you're in that conversation.
But I think we'll come top 4.
Yeah.
Still.
Dang. All right. Our next game is Bournemouth versus West Ham. I don't know. If you asked me a couple weeks ago, this would have been a Bournemouth win no matter what. But looking at this now, West Ham are stepping it up. Bournemouth are going down the table. It depends on the day, the mood. Can Semenyo score PK?
I mean, they got trashed against Villa. Like they did not play well. They didn't take their chances like they usually did, or like they have been. And like you said, West Ham have been stepping it up. But I think Bournemouth at home will have enough because West Ham, well, yes, they won. They haven't been winning convincingly. Like they only won 3-2 against Burnley, and it was like the ending was close. And I think Bournemouth just are still a better team. Evan Nilsson's back in the starting lineup, which I don't like actually.
Yeah,
I don't think he should be their starting striker because Krupi was actually scoring.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But we spoke about it a few weeks ago about how like he was like their big summer signing a few seasons back. So I think the board pushed for him to start. The coach
his reputation, his experience, and everything else will overshadow. And
yeah, that upsets me. I think I brought that up. I was like, why do they keep putting him in? Like Krupi he's come off and he's done well, and just the energy is different. He's not falling on the ground all the time trying to look for a foul like Evan Nielsen does. And this past game, he didn't do that great either, Evan Nielsen.
No, he didn't.
But to your point, they just keep playing him. So all this to say, what was the outcome of what you're guessing?
Bournemouth, no clean sheet though.
Oh, Junior?
I can see that.
Yeah, me
Bournemouth,
too.
no clean sheet. To your point, Bournemouth's still a better team. And they're playing at home. West Ham, they can still be scored on. And Bournemouth, they're still capable of scoring. Semenya had a bad game week last week. Last week or so. So, yeah, Bournemouth win. Will it be a blowout? I think there will be plenty of goals. But it won't be, I don't think it's going to be a clean sheet. I think it's going to be Bournemouth win. West Ham will get something in there. Bowen, which Mario got him, on his fantasy.
I love me some Bowen.
Hey, it may not be a bad idea now if they're playing well.
Yeah.
That's what upsets me is the fact he keeps saying Bowen, but there's no Bowen in his FPL. There's no Bowen.
I can only have 3 strikers. That's the problem. If I had a 4th striker, it would be Bowen.
Oh, true.
It's a differential, but yeah, I agree.
You
Bournemouth-
can drop Mateta.
No, thank you. Because the next game, I can't do it.
Wait, hold on. I agree. Bournemouth win, but I think West Ham are going to score. I think I could see the game being like 3-2. Kind of like a lot of goals, So.
Yeah, I can see that.
Bournemouth's defense isn't bad, but I don't feel like they're. I guess in my head, I thought they were stronger at the beginning of the season, and now I feel like they're kind of. They're not terrible, but they're not as strong as they were. Maybe that was just like a bad couple of games. So I don't know. But yeah, going back, what's the next game?
Wolves versus Crystal Palace. So Wolves have hired their new coach, Edwards. He was previously the coach. I think he was at Swansea, I want to say. I could be wrong. But he was also the coach of Luton Town when they came up to the league a few seasons ago.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, this is a home game for Wolves, and they're playing Crystal Palace. I mean, to me, this is an obvious Crystal Palace win.
Yeah.
I think they have too much quality.
I agree.
Yeah, Crystal Palace needs to win these games to be competitive. I mean, they cannot afford a tie. They are playing at Wolves home, and Crystal Palace cannot afford to get a tie or a loss on this one, which I don't think Wolves has what it takes to beat Crystal Palace. SAR being as hot as it is. But again, it all depends if those two score, Mateta and SAR. They've been missing a lot. It's kind of reminding me of Leeds. They have all this opportunity, but they can't find the net. Kind of like Jackson and Chelsea Jackson. Now he's doing so well. Isn't he doing well over there at Bayern, or is it still the same?
The same.
The same. Okay,
the same.
so it is a Jackson thing. But
you know who is doing well at Bayern? Diaz.
Yeah, he is doing well.
Doing well.
Well,
He's
he
doing really
always
well.
he always done well. We just we sold him because it was a good sale.
But now he's doing exceptionally well. Now he's taken off. Now he's scoring goals, like saving it from the line and kicking it in from the corner.
he went to a team that's strong to begin with. So it wasn't like he went to a team that was struggling, and then he went to a good team. As a good player, hell yeah, Kane in there. Kane is setting up and playing almost like a false nine, dropping and assisting as well. Hell yeah, those weapons out there. Yeah,
I agree.
but
I'm just coming after Liverpool. That's all.
I see that. I don't know why Chelsea is not a target, but we'll see. On to the next game. The Wolves Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I agree. Crystal
Yeah.
Palace should win this. I think even if Wolves have a new coach, it's going to take time, and I just think that I don't see it being this season being their season. Like maybe I think eventually they'll get a win, but this game should not be the win. And to your point, Crystal Palace should technically score a lot of goals if Mateta and Sar can put in the back of net.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, it was Mateta's fault. Last week, it was all Sar.
Yeah.
Sar was missing. Mateta was feeding him, and he could not finish. So as long as they can finish, Mitchell or Munoz would have to finish for them.
Freaking Guehi's out.
I'll take a few Munoz goals.
I
course
won't
you
take
would.
any of them. Shoot. All right, on to the next game. Brighton versus Brentford. So that's an interesting game. I think they're both similar in their own way. I think Brentford's more consistent than Brighton. To me, I'm going Brentford. For some reason, I do think Brentford is more stable than Brighton. Yeah. Brentford, I'm kind of leaning like a tie, but I think if Brentford winning, it's going to be a close. Maybe actually because Brian likes to throw everything out there.
Wait. So what is it? You
Brentford. I said a lot.
Yeah,
I said a lot.
You said a tie, you said,
because
maybe a win and maybe a
well, I'm having a conversation with myself, kind of sort
We
of.
can see that.
I can
Hey, I'm
answer.
contradicting myself at the same time.
You having an argument over there.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, it's like, okay, Brentford win, but it's a very close win.
Okay, and I'm going tie.
No clean sheet.
I'm going tie 2-2.
I can see that
and that's because I think both teams, like you said, are very similar. You don't know which team you're going to get which day. The way they play is just so similar in my eyes that there's no way there should be a clean sheet. Yeah, I just see it. I could see a tie 2-2. So a lot of goals.
I'll go different from both you guys. I'm going to say Brighton win, no clean sheet. Brighton's at home. I was actually impressed with them defensively against Crystal Palace. They tied them 0-0. I thought Brighton actually, usually when I watch their games, I'm not that impressed with their defense, but I thought they played well as a unit. Like I said, they're at home, and Brentford don't have that great of an away record this season. They're very good at home. They basically, I don't think they may have lost one game, but yeah, they've won or tied all the other games. Away, they haven't been great. So I'm going to go. Brentford do have good weapons, and I could see them hurting Brighton. Yeah, I'm going to go Brighton win, no clean sheet.
It's just Van Heck can't, like, their back line can't remain consistent, though.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the inconsistency of Brighton. Of the two, to me, Brentford's a little bit more consistent.
Yeah.
Even though, I mean, to your point, they're losing a lot of weight, but they're consistent on that.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but I don't know. Something tells me Brentford, but no.
I wouldn't be
happens.
surprised.
If I had to choose a win, I would go Brentford. But realistically, I think it could be a tie.
Yeah,
So-
I think it's going to be a lot of back and forth game.
Oh, yeah.
And you know Brentford with the long throws.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to try to. They're going to try. They try that every single game.
Yeah, Coyote every game.
Yeah.
Wow, this next game, Fulham versus Sunderland.
Yeah, that's hard for me right there.
Sunderland, I'm going win.
I actually the way they're playing and how far they're up on the table, and these are games. If they're able to get a good outcome of like playing Arsenal and other big teams on top of the table,
Yeah.
they should definitely get a good outcome out of Fulham. So and yeah, I'm with you. So don't win.
You
No
know,
clean sheet.
I had my hopes for Fulham in the beginning of the season, and I thought they were going to be higher up on the table until you told me a couple weeks ago that they were much lower than what I thought. And it just seems like they're struggling. And I knew they struggled scoring because they rely on those two players, Muniz and Jimenez, but I thought their back line would be kind of stronger like it was last year. And it's not seeming like they're struggling back defensively and attacking wise. So
Yeah, the back line looks different than last season.
Yeah, I think one of the issues is Anderson's been in and out of the team with injury, and then Bassi has also not been good at all this season. So he's been demoted to like their second team, and he doesn't start anymore.
what? I did not know. I haven't even been watching film. Like,
And
that's
then
how bad it is.
Robinson is no longer.
Robinson
Yeah.
doesn't start.
He doesn't
He's been
start
injured.
anymore, and he was a big threat on the wing on
Yeah.
crosses and assists. I mean, we had him. I had him
I
in
had
my
him,
fantasy some point, and he was that. Fulham is completely different, and it kind of shocked me that they didn't sign anyone during the summer window, and I think they started to sign some a couple players, but it was kind of because they were not doing so well.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think they should have reinforced a bit more. I know they're not a team that has a lot of money to spend, but they're also not, a newly like they've been in the league for a long time, and they have good backing from their owner. So I expect them to make a couple signings, and they just didn't. But I agree with you guys. I think Sunderland's gonna get the win here, but I'm gonna go clean sheet. I think Sunderland has.
No,
good
I'm
enough
going
defense.
clean sheet too. I agree with that.
I'm not. I don't think it will be a clean sheet. I'm hoping Fulham scores at least one goal.
So
for some
what's
reason.
the reasoning?
Because Fulham is at home, and if they can score against a team that just was promoted this year,
Yeah. I see. your point,
at home they gotta show a fight. Yeah, if they cannot score, they're done.
Okay, so you're doing that because you're just like hoping that Fulham, like you said,
Well,
will feel
they
motivated.
have to. They have to. You're at home in front of your fan base, and you're playing against a team that which is newly promoted. Even though not to diminish Sunderland, because they're a good team, and you can see that they've proven that they belong there. But still, to your point, Mario, Fulham's been in the top of the league for a little while now. So yeah, I think at home they got at least score.
Yeah, no, I agree. I see your point, but I'm gonna go clean sheet because I have Sunderland defender in my FPL. So
I do too.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
All right. So this next game,
that should be easy.
This would be hard. This is a hard game to call.
Choose Newcastle, as I already know. I know the reason. I know why you want them.
Newcastle at home is the hardest fixture in the league, I think.
City win.
Well,
a clean sheet, maybe not, but a City win.
I'm saying draw. I think this could be a draw.
Okay.
2-2.
Well, I know there's been some like if O'Brien is hurt. Is he hurt or is he? Or you guys just pulling my leg?
Oh, we were messing with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank God. All right.
You mean O'Reilly?
O'Reilly. I'm sorry. I call him O'Brien. O'Reilly. Okay.
No. We were messing. I was messing with you.
Okay.
I was trying to make you mad for FPL.
I'm already
you'll find
mad.
out later why he's already upset.
Well, yeah. So we find out now. Actually,
okay.
I bench boosted and I have Guehi and Gabriel, and they both are hurt. Gabriel with a groin injury, and then Guehi, he was hurt to begin with, but he kind of made the squad, but he still got hurt. And I'm bench boosting. I already made my subs. So, and I went and got O'Reilly. I'm like, well, I got I need a better defender. So I went and got O'Reilly. This was before Gabriel and everything else, and I made my change. I'm like, I got O'Reilly, and now got these two. But we'll see. I just had to take I just gonna have to take the zeros on those two players. But
I think you're fine with Giggy. I truly think like he's marked as yellow. He didn't travel for international. They're not going to risk that, and they don't really need to. And also, like, yeah, he
was a knock.
Yeah,
I'm just hoping. If he plays, I'm okay with Gabriel sitting out. Because he's better than nothing. So I bench boost because game week 12 looks very good. Some good games there.
It's the best fixtures, like for most of your team anyway. So.
Yeah, for what I have. But anyway, going back to Manchester City,
O'Reilly's
Newcastle.
Fit. He's good.
O'Reilly, thank
We're
God.
just pulling your leg. To piss him
Okay,
off.
so if that's the case, O'Reilly hat trick on Newcastle, clean sheet.
Holland, Patrick. Realistically speaking.
Well, shoot, are you guys gonna captain him?
That Wolves game looks really good for Mateta.
I know.
I'm thinking about it.
I mean, I haven't changed my captain from Mateta. I did him last week. I don't mind doing him again. I'm teaching everyone how to move down the table instead of up. So
you're captaining Mateta?
I haven't changed it.
Okay, I may go Holland then.
Then do Holland, please. But I'm willing at this point. I don't care. I'm already moving down. I have nothing to lose. I'm hoping it works out.
Full send it, yeah.
It should have worked out last week.
Hey, I'm surprised. Do you guys have Pedro by any chance?
João?
Yeah, João Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised as a Chelsea fan, we're not captaining João Pedro. I guess playing against Burnley.
I can't trust João Pedro yet. I need Pedro to play and get as many shots as Holland, and then I'll pick up. Pedro gets like 3 shots a game.
Isn't that a little too late?
Holy crap!
I just he doesn't do enough in the box for me to captain him. Like Mateta gets like 10 shots a game.
He does.
So I'm like, all right, at least he'll score 3.
I mean, it just sucks that he misses so much. It's
just
the inconsistency on that. And I think we talked about it in the previous videos. It's like, that's the thing about Mateta. Mateta will have a good week.
Yeah.
And they have a roll of bad weeks.
Right.
But then he'll show up again. So this could be the game that he may show up. It's against Wolves.
Yeah.
Bottom of the table.
Yeah.
But going back to City against Newcastle, I think it's going to be a City win. Newcastle is struggling lately. They can't seem to play well together. In the middle, they're going to get eaten alive. You guys are going to eat up the middle. And Haaland, how can you stop Haaland? So I think clean sheet.
Yeah, I think if this was Newcastle from last season, I think this would be a different story. I would actually say tie or Newcastle win, especially because it's at home and they do so well at home. But considering that this season they're struggling, their defense is conceding goals, but mainly the attack is struggling the most in my eyes. That's why I think we can win. And to your point, Junior, like our midfield compared to theirs, like you can be physical all you want, but like as long as we tiki taka around you, we pass, it doesn't matter. So,
yeah, they're gonna be chasing the ball.
Yeah.
And we talked about their midfield is not as strong technically. They're very physical, but first you got to get to the player and try to get the ball from them, and you won't get it from Manchester City.
Yeah.
No, and you guys coming up from a great win, so you got to stay up there in order to compete against Arsenal. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a win.
Yeah, only reason I'm saying draw, because I'm not convinced with City completely yet. If they can win this game comfortably, or get a good result, maybe I'll start backing them to win more consistently. But the Brighton game from this season, and who was it? There's another loss you guys had where I was like very surprised you guys lost that game. I don't remember.
I just have a question real quick.
What's up?
You were talking. So you're not convinced by City.
Yeah.
But West Ham can convince you.
I said Bournemouth was going to win.
I know, but in general, you're always like West Ham. They're able to score with Bowen, but yet we have Holland, who has the most goals,
Right?
And that can't convince you.
But
I'm just like, what does it
But
take?
this is a hard game. Right?
Yeah, I mean Newcastle, it is very competitive at home.
Yeah, like you saw the Arsenal game.
Yeah,
Arsenal struggled to beat Newcastle away. Liverpool struggled. I mean, I just think I agree. Newcastle are not good this season, and they're struggling. I think they're going to struggle against the smaller teams, but Newcastle will turn up for the big games.
So, like to your points, yeah, you're right. But Manchester City is a combination of Liverpool and Arsenal. That way they play. Liverpool is kind of like try to counter and direct, and we don't not very good at possessing as much. And then Arsenal is just a possessing and as countering, and being direct as Liverpool. City has and is working on having both.
Yeah,
and that's what for me is kind of a like, how Newcastle is gonna handle that.
Yeah,
yeah. That's just what I was
just
thinking.
like, dang, you're hard to please. You're hard to convince.
Yeah.
Unless I guess we're like Arsenal. Then.
Well, I think when Newcastle played Arsenal, I said that was going to be a tie as well.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not saying because I think Newcastle's better. I'm just saying because the fixtures are. Like, that's the only reason why I'm saying draw.
Do you think Wisa be back? Is he back? Is he still out?
I think he's supposed to be back after this break.
I mean, I would like to see him
Me
play
too.
in there.
Him
Because
under,
I think that'll change the dynamics. I mean,
I think it's
because
gonna take a little bit.
because Young Gravy and Wisa, they have two different
Together?
play styles.
Yeah. Well, I think they could play together.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Because Wisa can play on the wing.
Yeah,
if
but they're
needed.
not playing Young Gravy. They've been taking him out.
Yeah,
Right, but I'm saying you can kind of rotate them,
Mhm.
just
And
like because they play different.
Right.
I just don't really have hope in Newcastle right now.
They have been really poor.
Well, they're playing you. I hope you don't have hope.
You know what I mean.
All right, so we all say you said tie.
I say tie.
You say win. I say City win. No. I say clean sheet because I have O'Reilly. So and I'm hoping he assists like 5 goals.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. Not
yeah.
5 goals, but an assist.
Yes, I'm hoping. So until the next game, we got Leeds United versus Aston Villa. Now this is the good one because the way Aston Villa has been playing and the performance that all of the sudden they're doing, and it's I don't know. For me, my first instinct is Leeds win. Because how attacking they are, but after seeing Aston Villa, it's like I'm still debating. I'm like, I don't know.
I think you're right. In the beginning, I think I was full send on Leeds, but I'm gonna go Villa win, no clean sheet, like a 2-1 game. And that's because I think Villa have kind of gotten their momentum. They're back on the scoring, a scoring
Streak.
yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the word. Scoring streak. And so I just think they're gonna continue that. But I don't feel like they're still so strong that they can just continue to keep clean sheets. So Leeds still have the attack. We can't take that away from them.
Right.
Even though, they haven't been doing as good, I feel like they've still been struggling a little bit. this I feel like Villa's just a little bit better than Leeds. So that's why I could
But
see
that's recent, though. That's recent.
that's recent.
Yeah.
Before, in the beginning of the season, you'd ask me, I'd say that, I could see Leeds winning this, like I said.
Mhm.
But no, I think it's a Villa win, like a 2-1.
Yeah, I could see that. Mario?
Yeah, I agree with you, Ari. I'm going to say Aston Villa win. What I like about Villa, they kind of remind me of Chelsea in this instance, is they have all their goal scorers are different. Like all their goals come
Yeah,
from everywhere.
Watkins is
Except
not
Watkins.
really. Yeah.
Everyone
He's-
except Watkins scores.
Well, I guess Watkins is being used as like
facilitator.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what I like about them. But yeah, I could see them winning. I think Leeds, like you guys said, like they can attack, but I think through the middle and their defense just isn't strong enough to see out games enough to where they can score a goal and then sit back. So they need to score a lot more. And I think Villa just are a bit too strong defensively to rack up the score against. So yeah, I'm going to say Villa win, no clean sheet.
Okay. Now Leeds playing at home. Sometimes I'm gonna say a tie.
All right, you going to give your reasoning?
I just, to me, they both are like equally. Villa's been on the strong streak, and like their last game, they won 4-0. It was a hell of a performance. I think Leeds is gonna try to plug those holes, and they're not coming from Watkins. But Leeds attacking, I mean, they're like nonstop. Will Aston Villa be able to stop that and blocking Leeds at home? I mean, yeah, all those combined, kind of making me lean for it. Is Aston Villa as good as the score is showing, or are they getting lucky? So that's why. Because the first beginning of the season, it was nonstop losing, and all of a sudden you just switch. I don't know. I'm still not convinced with Villa yet. So yeah, a tie.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so our next game is Arsenal versus Tottenham, and this is a good game in my opinion. I think it's interesting. I know Tottenham. I know we said that last week, like they're struggling. I still think they're struggling, but this is interesting because both the teams are at the top of the table. So, what are you guys thinking?
Well, at first for me, I was gonna say Arsenal win. Because Arsenal is just very solid defensively, and Tottenham just very inconsistent, and they don't have the attacking, the creativity on the top is still lacking, and they don't have a forward that can finish. But with the injuries that Arsenal just encountered with Gabriel and Califlori, I don't know. I think they do have a good depth, but they're not no Gabriel, and Califlori helps on attack. I don't know. I think Tottenham is going to explore that, but will Tottenham have what it takes? But I still think Arsenal is strong enough. So Arsenal win, and I don't know about the clean sheet. I usually jump on it, so I'm going to say no clean sheet.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same with you, Junior. I agree. I think it's going to be Arsenal win and no clean sheet.
Because they are playing at home.
They're playing at home, but it's a derby too. And so before these games used to be very competitive, but now that Arsenal have gotten a lot better and more structured, and Tottenham have just kind of been Tottenham, there's really been no competitiveness. Arsenal usually just wins.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, to your point, with the injuries that they have or could have, that the game's a bit more competitive and Tottenham could actually threaten Arsenal's backline. But man, Tottenham just don't look that great going forward. So that's
that creativity on the top, and the fact that they're lacking a good center forward. Because Richarlison is not. I'm sorry, his days are over. He's not like he used to be. He misses a lot. He's had opportunities in front of the box,
right,
front of the goal, and can't put him in.
Mm-hmm.
At that caliber, back Richarlison, the old Richarlison would have finished. Yeah, this Richarlison, not anymore.
So I'm going to say Arsenal clean sheet, actually. I'm going to say Arsenal win a clean sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think Arsenal win clean sheet for the exact same reason. I just think even with the injuries, I think if this was another team, like us, it would be a little like, okay, actually this might spice things up. But, given the fact that Tottenham just can't attack, like they just struggle. So it's just Arsenal with their back line, with subs. I think they still are organized and structured enough to keep a clean sheet and still come through with the win. So
Hey, as long as it's Van de Ven, the one that scores for Tottenham, I'm all for it. Okay. I'm just hating. I don't want Arsenal to get a clean sheet because of Gabriel being hurt. I don't have him anymore. Well, I have him, but he's not gonna play.
the thing is, everyone has them.
Yeah.
Right, but
So-
I still like to see those points there.
Kudus could be back, by the way. So that could help Tottenham.
Kudus will be back. There's no way that they're gonna not have Kudus for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, like, even if he's injured, but I don't think it's a serious injury. They just play that, and this is a big game, so they're going to want to come out and win. So he'll definitely play, but that's still not enough. Like, you can't just rely on one player to do everything. Oh, I guess two with Van de Ven, because
I like how you're saying that as a City fan.
What?
With
You can't
Haaland.
rely on one player to do everything. You can if he just doesn't get hurt.
Yeah,
Well-
but I mean, now we have other players stepping it up again. Like, if you're watching us play, and if you listen to what I've said, I think our midfield is now getting more comfortable,
Mhm.
and we have Doku who's threatening on the side. Our outside backs are now helping. to
I agree.
assist.
They look better, but I need to see it over a longer period from City before
Okay,
I can say.
I guess I have to promote. I have to go out for Chelsea now.
No, we
more-
moved already. We already went through Chelsea. We don't need to go.
Okay.
So, well, and to Mario's point, I think those players are shining more and everything else because Haaland pulls and gets attention of the center backs, which then are not able to pay attention to the wingers, which he kind of works to your favor.
Yeah.
But if you lose Haaland, the attention will be equally shared everywhere else, and those players will not be shining as much. But you know, we're just hating that you have Haaland anyway.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I just
full hating.
need Haaland in Liverpool. But anyway, that ain't gonna happen. But yeah, so I guess we agree on that. So on to the last game, Man United versus Everton. That's gonna be I think they both are almost similar. I don't know who's gonna win because they both are like winning and losing.
Well, United haven't lost a game in 5 games. They've tied. Remember, because they tied.
Yeah,
They tied Spurs.
the guy
and
still can cut
Forest.
his haircut, his hair.
He can't, no, 'cause they have to win.
They have to win.
Yeah,
And he was going for 5 straight wins, so he like just reset it.
he was so close.
Well, I can see. I don't know. I guess I'll go Man United win because everything's still good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking on this one. I think initially I was going to say Man United win, and I think I might still say Man United win, but actually, I'm gonna
It's
go
close, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go tie. Like
I can kinda
1-1,
see that.
because definitely Everton can score against United's defense
Yeah.
without a doubt. But I feel like both are very similar, where they have like a couple, 2 or 3 players that they rely on, and they can score when they're playing well. So, and their defenses, they're just so similar that it just is convincing that I could see it being a tie. So.
Yeah. I could totally see a tie. If these teams tie, no surprise. But I'm going to go United win. Just because I think United have a little bit more quality in the midfield. Like, even though I don't rate Casemiro, I think Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes are still very experienced players. And I think they can dominate the middle for this game. And that's really it. Oh man, but I'm thinking about Grealish and Ndai. They could hurt United.
Yeah. To me, United have more weapons to use than Everton.
Uh-huh.
But hey, we are glad to be back to Gameweek 12.
Yes, we are.
Glad to have Premier League games because this international break kills me every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the weekends are not the same. It's like I have to actually get my honey-do list done. Be productive, I guess. But anything that you guys are surprises for your fantasy teams?
I'm rolling my transfer. I'm happy with my team right now, and I'd say next game week 13, is when I'm going to make some big moves.
How about you?
No, I'm still deciding on what I want to do, but as of right now, nothing interesting.
Nothing
I'd
interesting.
say that the captaincy is going to be the only headache this week.
Yeah, I was gonna go there next. Ask you, which one were you leaning towards? I'm still torn. I don't have Mateta, so my options are either Pedro, even though Thiago from Brentford, or Haaland. And it's like right now, to you guys' point, Haaland, he's consistent. Do I want a differential and get lucky like I did last week?
All it took was one Holland PK miss, and then
yeah. And then luckily I got Pedro. I had Pedro as a captain, and luckily he scored.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I'm gonna have to wing on the captain part. But for me, like I mentioned to you guys, I'm bench boosting. I'm already struggling with Guehi. I hope they listen to you and Guehi plays. And then I just take a loss on Gabriel. But hey, glad to be back on Game Week 12. As always, thank you so much for your support. And don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and hit that notification button. We'll see you guys next video.
See y'all next
Bye,
week.
guys.
Peace.
Woo!